A lifelong love affair with golf started early for Robert B. Dickson. By the age of 4, club in hand, he was wandering the fairways of McAllister Country Club, where his father Ben was both the superintendent and head professional. That affair has spanned most of 7 decades and taken him hundreds of thousands of miles. He's seen triumph and tragedy, heroic wins, and many frustrating losses. But through it all, Bob Dickson has grown rich with the respect and friendship of all he's met on this wonderful journey. Becoming a golfer was never really a choice for young Bob. His father was a pro, and older brother Ben became a very competitive golfer and good club pro. By high school, Dickson was the best in the state, winning Class 2A in 1960, 61, and 62. He was then off to Oklahoma State to play for legendary coach Labron Harris Sr., where he was a 2-time All-America from 1964 through 66. He won the Oklahoma State Amateur Championship in 1965, and then in 66 became the first and only man to win the OGA State Amateur Championship and the Oklahoma Open in the same year. That wasn't to be the last of Dickson's rare doubles. In 1967, the soft-spoken lover of jazz music penned another rare duet, winning the British Amateur and the United States Amateur in the same year. He was the only man to accomplish that feat since Lawson Little back in 1935. It almost didn't happen. Dickson had joined the National Guard in 1967 and put off active duty until after playing for the United States in the Walker Cup. That earned his British Amateur invite, which he won. He then began 8 weeks of basic training and was fortunate to be given leave at the last minute to compete in the U.S. Amateur at the Broadmoor. Without having hit a practice ball all summer, Dickson brought home the prestigious title, beating Vinnie Giles by a single shot. It was a crown he should have worn in 1965 at Southern Hills Country Club in Tulsa. It was there in the second round that Dickson found to his horror that he had an extra club in his bag, a sand iron he had never before seen. It was put there inadvertently by a bagroom attendant, but he alerted USGA rules officials and was assessed a 4-shot penalty. He still nearly won the event, but Bob Murphy passed him on the 17th and 18th holes of the final round. Dickson did cement his reputation in that tournament as a man of integrity and class. He was given the Bob Jones Award for sportsmanship the following year by the USGA. The country's top amateur turned professional in 1968 and won the Hague Open Invitational his first year out. After 10 years of grinding on the PGA Tour, however, he accepted an offer from Commissioner Dean Beeman to join the PGA Tour and help sell and market the new Tournament Players Club and Tournament Players Championship. He packed up his bags in Tulsa and moved to Jacksonville, where he still lives and plays the diabolical Pete Dye creations numerous times a week. There were still 2 more major chapters of Dickson's career to write before retirement. In 1990, he was tasked with finding 30 title sponsors to launch what was then the Ben Hogan Tour, now the Web.com Tour. He ran and strengthened that tour for 4 years, spending entire summers on the road with wife Carolyn at his side as a scoreboard calligrapher. His golf game, however, was rusting away. Then, late in 1993, he surprised himself by shooting a 67 in a casual round with friends. After a few more solid efforts, he called Carolyn in the middle of the night and said, "Honey, I'm thinking about going to Q school." She gulped and said, "Go for it." Well, he earned his card on the Champions Tour and spent 8 successful and enjoyable years, including 1 Champion Tour victory on what Lee Trevino once called one of life's great mulligans. Today, at age 71, you'll find Dickson shooting his age or better in friendly games with friends 5 days a week. He said he once limited his golf to days ending in Y. One of golf's great players, ambassadors, and statesmen, Bob Dickson remains a true Oklahoma treasure. Please welcome Bob Dickson to the Oklahoma Golf Hall of Fame.